What's something that isn't a religion, but pretty much feels like one? I think about people who get sucked deep into diet workout lifestyle regimens that literally become their entire personality. To me, being raised in the South where religion basically is your major personality trait, anything that takes over your personality, it could be work, hobby, kids, Star Wars as well, starts to feel like religion. Sports teams, MLMs, pyramid schemes. Amway. Their methodology was infamously similar to that of cults, and a lot of people who managed to get out needed help from deprogrammers and the like afterward. Alcoholics Anonymous. Don't get me wrong, they do good work. They have helped a lot of people in their struggles with addiction. But it's a little like a cult. Communion consists of coffee and cigarettes. Politics. Flat Earth. Astrology. You are not that way because you are a Capricorn. You are just a bitch. The Green Bay Packers. How devout people can be about sports. Look, I love to watch hockey, but that's as far as I go. MLMs. CrossFit. Owning an iPhone. Corporation structures. I was brought up in a religious education system and realized around 8 or 9 that it was horseshit. I found it basically vaccinated me against mind control structures. Fast forward to adulthood, these big family companies preaching from on high the message from the wealth creator, the promises, the paths to glory, the codes of conduct, the forced fun. Founder worship US. I've had interactions with people defending a position where their primary argument is but the founders wanted X. It honestly borders on cult-like, treating the founders not as flawed humans but as superior beings whose ideas are above questioning. Trumpism. I suspect it's by design so that no matter what he does, no matter what crime he gets involved in, he will still be looked at by his followers in a bright light. Scientology. Lol. MAGAs. That nofap shit. God damn. Taylor Swifties. That is most definitely a whole bunch of religious nuts, tears of joy. Multi-level marketing companies, which are known to utilize cult-like tactics to lure in consultants and lead them to believe that friends and family who are not interested are actually against them. One of the first steps in isolating those from their circle. Alcoholics Anonymous. They've even got their own Bible, and make mention of a higher power quite often, without really pointing at any specific higher power. I've been dry for 10 years as of the 31st of this month. But I could only handle about 3 months of awe. Lol. MAGA. Some see UFOs and the possible occupants or operators as something that can only be defined as almost religiously. Now that the subject has less stigma and more people are interested in it and the US government more open about it, I think that will only get worse, unfortunately. Harley riders. I say this because I was one. CrossFit. Trump's cult of smooth brains. Apple. Well, maybe it's more of a cult. Elon Musk and Donald Trump fans. MLMs. They use very religious imagery and sounds and stuff. Fantasy football. Being a deadhead. Trumpism. Incels. Being vegan. The way some people treat victimhood status. It has taken on the role of religion for them. They see everything through the racial or gender or sexual orientation lens, to the point that they cannot step away from that lens without their entire understanding of the world crumbling around them. Trump MAGA. The Pledge of Allegiance and standing to national anthems. Sports. Money and the pursuit thereof. Fanbases. MAGA. Extreme left and extreme right. MAGA. Tesla fanaticism. Most of them come off as tree huggers that shit-talk cars, car culture, and urban sprawl. But damn, they sure don't shut up about how they made it 200 miles in their poor man's Model S on self-drive. I basically just start my conversations with Tesla owners about their e-cars because they're gonna bring it up real fast anyway. Science may be a controversial opinion, but people spew its scientific fact on things that aren't fact. There is supporting evidence and very often counter-supporting evidence. One might be balanced enough in one side's favor, but you still need to factor in the rigor of testing plus motivations, e.g. no one is going to pay to see if that cheap, readily available thing cures hiccups. And plain old corruption of controls, blind greed, egos, etc. The science isn't above being questioned. That would be faith, aka religion. In fact, the scientific approach is to question, doubt, etc. Veganism. After researching a few cults for fun, I see cult-like behavior everywhere. In corporate speak, in advertisements, in hobby groups, in political discussions, and in just common conversations about beliefs such as what is and isn't good for you. Veganism. Not a bad analysis. Look online for this. Used textbook Sacred Realms by Worms, Garber, and McGee. This textbook is a collection of essays from scientists. You will find that, yes, the value we derive from religion is everywhere. Cycling. Scientology. Taylor Swift. 12-step recovery program. College. Chiropractors. The GOP. Look at anything you're not allowed to make jokes about. LGBTQABCDEFGHIJKLMNOPQRSTUVWXYZ. MAGA. Political activism. Green wokeism. Alcoholics Anonymous. Trump supporters. And I don't mean the people who reluctantly vote for him because they think Biden sucks. It's the people who buy his merch and donate money to him while blindly believing anything he says. Partisan politics is a religion. I swear the people I know who are deeply concerned about what Team Blue says and does versus what Team Red says and does are brain dead. It's all consuming for them, and they've lost the ability to think for themselves or engage in nuanced conversation. LDS. Capitalism. Burning Man burners. Atheism. Wokeism. I'm a brown gay guy, but still I find wokeness to be the most superficial thing since like Sex and the City or something. Trump's followers. LGBTQ agenda. Some martial arts, the legit ones, but definitely that stuff with the invisible throws and Kai blasts. Is this a weekly thread now? The GYMMMMMSIUUUU, whoever knows knows. There's a podcast you might find interesting that's along these lines. It's called Sounds Like a Cult. They take normal cultural things, Peloton, Coachella, Boy Scouts, all kinds of stuff, and break it down to see how culty it is. Ever met a Taylor Swift fan? Taylor Swift. People that have iPhones and say ew, green bubble? Politics. MLMs. Militant atheism. I hear this site is even known for it. Doctor Who fans. MAGA.